Thank you for tuning in to another episode of YRQ TV, and I'm your host, Yvette Casada. It's been a while since I reported to you guys, but now I got something to report. I have Mr. Wilson, who is topping the charts with his new single, What Will Tomorrow Bring? And this is Mr. Wilson's CD right here. And we're going to talk to him and find out what inspired him to do this whole CD. It's about 5 songs on here. They're all wonderful, but the number one hit, it's hitting all the alternative adult pop charts. You got to listen to it. So, thank you for being here, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I guess my first question that I have for you is, state your name for the people.
My name is Mister. It's M-I-S-T-E-R. That's my first name. My last name is Wilson, so that's Mister Wilson.
And that's the name you were born with?
Yes, my parents decided to name me Mister, so that I would always have respect.
Wow, because I was going to say, did they have a sense of humor, or was that it? Because I've heard that before, where people would do,
yes,
Queen, or, so that's good.
Yes.
So have you been getting respect?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, it works. I love it. I love it.
That's good. That's good. All right, so my next question is, you have had quite a very intriguing life. And I believe that because of the experiences that you've had in life has brought you to the songs that you write. Could you explain that and express some of that with us?
Let's see. I have had an intriguing life, and that does play into the songs that I write and the lyrics and what I write about. I decided to title this CD My Reality because I wanted to tell my life story. I was born and raised in a small town, and I've had a lot of traumatic experiences, if you will. My mom passed when I was 9. She was only 37 years old.
Wow.
She passed away with breast cancer.
Wow.
I came up in a traditional Christian family. I went to Christian school, private school, Christian college. And I pretty much grew up in the church. I sang in the church all my life, so I'm a church boy. I started writing songs and poems when I was like 12 years old. And believe it or not, I wrote the lyrics to this song, What Will Tomorrow Bring, when I was only 12. Music was my outlet and how I dealt with the pain of not having my mom in my life. Mm-hmm. So my aunts adopted me and raised me. And as a young boy, I struggled with sexual identity issues. More or less, I recognized and knew that I was gay. Mm-hmm. And because I came up in the Christian family and Christian world, I kept it a secret until I was 17 years old. And I came out in my last year of high school. And another thing that happened to me, which plays into my life today, is that I got into my first serious relationship at 17. And because of that relationship, I was infected with HIV. So a friend of mine suggested after that particular relationship ended that I get tested. And I did, and they gave me my diagnosis, which for me was pretty much a death sentence.
Right.
It was very traumatic, and I don't know, it set me off on a course. It set me off on a painful course, but I've had to deal with other issues in my life, depression issues and physically abusive issues. I've dealt with a lot.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. So why do you think you were chosen? Because, sometimes people think life is so hard and they were just dealt a bad hand. But I like to believe that sometimes you're chosen to carry certain burdens because we don't understand what they're preparing you for. So why do you think you were chosen with this particular burden?
I think that I was chosen for this. I think that I was chosen for this because of having faith instilled in me, because of where I come from and the way I was raised. I think that having that faith kept me stronger. And even though I write and pour the pain into my songs, I'm able to pour the faith and the hope and the inspiration into the songs too. So that has given me a reason and something to share with other people, that even when you go through pain and darkness and bad situations, if you keep your faith and you have hope and you look up to the light, you can make it through any situation or any storm. That's why I believe that I was chosen, because of my faith.
Absolutely. My next question. So are you seeing any new potential in your life, positive changes in your life now?
Actually, yes, I am. Like I said again, I have struggled through so much. There have been so many days dealing with being positive and having an AIDS diagnosis. I've dealt with a lot of pain issues, and today, not so much. Today, my days are better. They're brighter. I'm giving back today. I don't feel down. I don't feel sad. I don't have so many depressed days. I'm able to pour my energy back into sharing, like I said, the hope and inspiration with other people.
Okay. So I understand that we should be celebrating because, your song hitting the charts right now. You've even made it in a magazine.
Yes. I am in New Music Weekly magazine. And it's my first time being in a magazine, which for me is pretty big.
Absolutely.
I mean, Keith Urban is on the front cover.
Keith Urban, guys. So that's a big deal because Keith Urban is on there.
Yes, and they wrote a little bit about me and my song and the project and what I'm doing. I saw, some of the charts and stuff. So to have this dream from a childhood to be on the radio, to be in music magazines, and to be on the charts, and to see it come, a reality today.
Absolutely.
Man, it feels so good. Like you cannot. It's just amazing. It's wild.
So, and I understand this song, with this particular song or with your music, you will be donating proceeds. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
The next thing I really want to do is more outreach. I want to be a voice, not just in music, but I want to be able to be a voice that speaks and raises, helps people to come out and to talk about the issue. In music, I want to continue writing and producing. I want to help other artists that aspire to come up and do collaboration work.
Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, well, I want to thank you and congratulate you on your song, because, like I said, guys, you got to go out and get Mr. Wilson. Look for anything that this young man do, because he's going places. We will be seeing and hearing more of him in the future. So if anybody wants to contact you or book you, how would they get in touch with you?
You can contact me via email, which is Starchild Music Group, StarChild, Starchild Music Group @gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube, but the label is Starchild Outreach, and that's how you contact me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good.
Thank you.
Again, thank you for gracing me with your presence.
My pleasure.
And you've been watching Yvette Quesada on YRQ TV.